All right, y'all, just wanted to give y'all a quick tip that I used to give my kids. Well, I still do. It's 3 simple ways of how to teach them to deal with money. So, 3 ways for kids to manage their money. Kids. All right, so let's go for this example. Say your child, young kid, young teenager that's under the age of not being able to work for themselves. Let's say they get a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or any type of gift, allowance or anything like that. And you want to teach them about how to break their money down. In this example, we're going to say Christmas gifts. My kids they always ask for money for Christmas. So my kids really like money. So let's say they receive $150, right? Out of that $150, I'm going to have them split it 3 ways. So you have your 3 ways. You have $50 here, $50 here, and $50 here. These 3 ways of what I taught them was cash in hand, short-term savings, long-term savings. Now, what do you mean? Cash in hand, this is daily, everyday spending, things that they may want, going out to eat, going to sporting events, activities, bowling, just different things like that, things that they want. It's like fun money. You just have that daily for them to spend. Once they spend that up, then that's pretty much it. Now, if they have a recurring amount of money, then you always try to keep them with this amount of money, no more than that. So you keep it at a basic max number. So you don't want kids to be walking around with $300-400 in their pocket. I will always say $50. If they lost $50, then I want them to understand that hurt. You have to take ownership in that. But the next thing is short-term savings. $50 goes into that area or account. With the $50 short term, it's when they want to buy things that cost $50 and above. So they need to save a little bit. So our kids would save their money here to buy them a new game that's coming out, some new shoes that they want, or certain clothing item or anything like that. So, they get the concept of, putting some money back to get some of the bigger ticket items that you want. Third one, long-term savings. You don't touch this. This is big ticket items, meaning you're buying a car, cash. You're saving this money to have money when you're in college. So you don't touch this at all. So I would teach them cash in hand, short-term savings, long-term savings. And they did very well with it as young kids. Now, when you get on into the teenage years, at the age of 16, it may be different for other banking systems. You can get a checking account. So I kept the same concept and still cash in hand, checking account. The short-term savings became their checking account. So my kids were fortunate enough to be blessed with cars. So this is when, you'd start having to take on some responsibility. So, of course, cash in hand you use towards, your gas, the different things that they're doing, your car wash and all that stuff. That's your cash in hand still. But checking will be more towards bigger ticket items. Maybe had to get your oil changed, your tires, get you some new tires, or my son wanted to get tint on his on the car, so he got some more tint. And this came from his checking account. His long term, it continued to be his savings. Now that's for college. And as they started to grow and understand finances a lot more and a little bit more thorough, it also stands for building assets. Major thing. So they started understanding that, I can buy stock. Maybe look into purchasing a rental home. Now I'm teaching them this early. So they can start building their portfolio early. That's advanced teaching. But you want to keep it just simple. You start here with these 3 ways, and you see how these 3 ways can turn into a long-term game plan. So you still keep your cash in hand. That's your fun money, day-to-day spending, daily spending. And adults can use this too. So I will say, if it came down to adults, you still keep your cash in hand. You don't keep a large amount in your hand and everything, but you want to make sure that you have some money for your day-to-day spendings and different things like that. Your checking is going to be the base of your operation. That means you're going to be taking care of all of your expenses, bigger expenses, lights, water, rental, a house note, whatever. You're taking care of it here. Savings, major. You want to be saving minimum 10%. If you started out as a teenager and did this, you should be able to do more than that. I would say try to get up to 50% of your check going into here. That's living well below your means and being smart to where now you start producing assets in a greater way to where you can also create passive income, which is a key thing that I talk to my kids about in a major way. But just taking these 3 ways is real simple. Cash in hand, short-term saving, long-term savings. If you wanted to do it to where the kids, you have young kids, they can have that money in their wallet, girls in their purse. Then you have the short term that can be in a piggy bank that they can go and see all the time. And then the long term, you get them a savings account through your bank account. And then every once in a while when they want to see it growing, you show them that and show them this is going towards something else. Now, one other key thing, if this is a recurring amount of money coming in. So, for instance, my kids work for us, and they did some cleaning. Once they started making money and it started beginning to be consistent, now $50 was the max. If they made more or did not spend that $50, then let's say they got $150. So we're gonna bring it over here. We split the 150 the 3 ways. They didn't spend any money that week. Or let's say they spent $25 of it. The next time they receive that $150, it would go a little bit something like this. So you'll get the 50 that'll go to your long term. 75 will go to your short term, 25 to balance out that $25 that you had in hand. And if you go on to the next week and you still had that money, then we would just split it 75 with your short term and your long term savings. And that will be how you will build your money up a lot faster. So we would teach them those methods also. One game that we used to play a lot with our kids, and we still do to this day, is Monopoly. It's a big time household game that a lot of people play. Monopoly can teach you a lot of ways on how to deal with money and as far as buying property and dealing with assets and things. But if you really wanted to get broken down into some key important things, and you want to get a little bit more informational, then I would say have them play a game that's free online. All you need is an email and log in, and it is called Cash Flow. It's from Rich Dad Poor Dad. I would say have them play that game. Get an understanding. This is teaching you about how to purchase assets and how to see opportunities and different things like that with your current situation. So teaching them this, saying they have a profession at this is how much money you have. These are your expenses. So it breaks it down a little bit more in detail and make it more realistic. So you can play that game for free online. Just go to Rich Dad Poor Dad website, or just type in Cash Flow Game. You can play that. Me, I went a little bit further. We played it online, but I also purchased the game. The game costs about $80. You may find it on Amazon. But it's a really good game, good informational game for kids and also adults. So thank you for your little time that you spent with me. I appreciate it. We'll be sharing more information in the future. Have a good day.